Hello and welcome to another episode of DyerTimes. I'm your host David Dyer, and today we find ourselves in southern West Virginia with our backs to the Elk River. Now you may or may not know this, but just a few months ago we had a pretty significant chemical spill here. Jamie Bowles is one of the local residents that had the unfortunate experience to be kind of in the center of all that. So when it happened, what happened?
Well, the first night that we were informed that there was a water crisis and that we had been poisoned by MCHM, we immediately tried to seek, water. We didn't want to use the water, and so...
And there was advisories, right?
Yeah, there were water advisories, but they weren't boil advisories. They were don't drink the water at all.
So no water from the tap whatsoever?
At first, we were told not to even use it on our skin.
Wow.
When we went to the store, everything was gone. Water, there was no water anywhere.
From that experience, what are your takeaways, to be, more prepared, I guess, for next time, or even, something currently, because, people are still not drinking it, they're still not,
we're still not drinking the water. We're not even brushing our teeth with it. We're bathing with it. We're doing laundry with it, but we're looking for other options. I'd like to do rain barrels or something like that when something like this happens. I don't want to be stuck without water. I don't want to be scrambling at the store with no water, and I'd like something more affordable.
Absolutely. Well, today we're actually going to take a look at the LIfeStraw product line. They have a personal water filtration system as well as a family water filtration system. Now, it's not going to filter out chemicals from the water, so it's not like you could use it in the Elk. However, any of the tributaries that flow into the Elk, creeks, and even rain barrels like you mentioned, you're going to be able to filter that water, and it's going to be to EPA standards through the LIfeStraw filtration process, and pretty much give you healthy drinking water at pretty affordable prices. So we're going to go take a look at those products, test them out, and see what you think. Excellent, let's do it. So here we are with the LIfeStraw personal filtration system. Now this is an amazing little product, and it actually comes in two types of packaging. Basically the internet packaging, which is what you see here, and then a retail package, which is like a cardboard type of thing. Now, it may not make a lot of difference to some people, but I actually prefer this packaging over the retail packaging because this puts it in a nice, neat situation where you can put it in your glove box or bug out bag, and it keeps it, relatively safe, clean, and until you're ready to use it. And when you are ready to use it, you'll find two things in the product. One being the LIfeStraw, and two being the instructions, which we're actually going to do a demonstration of this product here in just a little bit. Now, just talking about the product alone, very impressive as to what will actually filter. One being bacteria in the water, which is going to filter 99.999% of bacteria, 99.9% of all waterborne protozoa. So you're looking at things like Giardia and things like that that's going to make you sick. And it's going to do that to 0.2 microns, which is pretty amazing. The filter itself is like a hollow fiber membrane filter, so it's going to last a long time. There's absolutely no chemicals involved. There's no batteries. There's pretty much nothing but that product, and that's all you need.
How long does a product like this last?
Well, now that's an interesting question too, because some places you'll find that it has a manufacturer's date here, and if you talk to some people, they'll say the product has a shelf life. If you talk to LIfeStraw directly, they'll say that it does not have a shelf life, that it can pretty much set indefinitely. Now, really, the reason there's kind of a discrepancy there is the product's only been out since 2005, which means they've only tested it between 3 and 5 years setting on a shelf. So that's all they can really guarantee that it's going to work. So in essence, there's nothing that's really going to degrade inside the product, like active charcoal, which only has a certain amount of time it's going to last. So in essence, the product can last quite a while. Now, it's going to filter 1,000 liters of water, which is 264 gallons. Now, LIfeStraw bases that on the personal drinking water for one individual for a year.
Do storage and care have anything to do with the lifespan of the product?
I would say yes. I mean, 264 gallons, 1,000 liters is really just, an average. If you use it in really turbid, really nasty water all the time, you may not get quite 264 gallons. But if you use it in, water that you've pre-filtered or, running water to where there's not a lot of particles in it, you're probably going to get, a little longer life out of it. But again, it's up to you, it's up to the area, it's up to what you're doing. So let's, since we've taken it out and talked about it a little, actually get over to the creek and test it out.
Okay.
The LIfeStraw is very easy to use. All you have to do is pop the top and bottom caps and drink from most any naturally occurring water source. Once you've had your fill of crisp, cool, clean water, back below the system, which will clear the filter of any excess water, and of course seal the caps. If you don't want to drink from the creek, you can take a bottle that you brought with you, fill it up, and conveniently the LIfeStraw is designed to fit inside the mouth of most bottles. And of course drink from it like you would from the creek. Once finished, clear the filter, seal the caps, and you're good to go. Oh, and an extra added bonus, it floats. LIfeStraw also combined the best of both worlds in the Go bottle, taking the personal water filtration system and combining it with their own bottle, designed to take dirty water on the trail with you when you know you're not going to be near a creek or water source for an extended period of time. Conveniently comes with a clip and follows you where you need it.
Now this is the product I'm especially interested in.
Yeah, the LIfeStraw family, especially with the water crisis that you've been through and are currently in, very impressive product as far as being able to not only supply personal drinking water, but also water to cook with and clean with, and pretty much anything you're going to need in emergency situations, camping, yourself hanging in your kitchen off a cabinet, anything like that. I know I myself raise chickens, so we've got big old 55-gallon water catchers, rain barrels, things like that, which is not water I would consider drinkable unless I had something to filter it through.
And about how much does something like this weigh?
Well, now if we actually take it out of the packaging and look at it, just like the LIfeStraw Personal, it comes with an instruction booklet as well as the product. So the LIfeStraw Personal, we said, it's around 2 ounces. The LIfeStraw Family is actually 8 ounces. So it sounds like a pretty big difference. And to a degree, the filter is, I would say, a couple inches larger, which is actually going to offer a little bit more in the way it's going to filter the water. Where this filters to 0.2 microns, this is going to filter to 0.02 microns, as well as filter 99.9% of viruses in addition to the bacteria and the protozoan that the personal will filter. So it's a little heftier all the way around for what it's going to offer you and your family.
Is this going to be something that's difficult to set up if I'm camping?
You're going to have the great pleasure of getting to demonstrate this for everyone here in just a second. So let's actually head back over to the creek and hang it up and show you how to use it.
Let's go.
So here we are with the LIfeStraw Family. As you can see, it's a little more involved just even to look at than the Go bottle or the LIfeStraw Personal. So we're going to set this up and show you just how it's used. It's a gravity-fed water filtration system. So what we do is we pour the water in the top. It goes through a pre-filter, down this hose, and into the LIfeStraw filter itself. Now, right off the bat, a lot of people think this is a pump to pump the water through, but it's not. We'll go over this here in just a second. So the way this is done is the water comes out this little hose here via this spigot, and basically to charge the filter or get it to where the flow is going to happen, you go through the red filter, and we'll show how that works exactly. So if you would, go ahead and dump our water in there.
And how quickly does this flow?
This will actually filter water at a rate of about 9 to 12 liters an hour. So it's not super fast because it is a gravity-fed filter, but it works pretty well. Now, we just filled this up with water, so the water has begun trickling down. We want to make sure that both of these valves are closed. So at this point, we're just letting the water fill the filter. So once we've given it, a few seconds, much like we did on the Personal, so the filter gets full, we're going to open this red valve here on the bottom. Now when we do that, you'll see water starts to flow almost immediately. This water from the red tap is not clean. We're going to let this flow for between, 10-15 seconds. Once we have it, we'll shut that off. It's really great because where this is given out in so many different countries, they have pictures as far as the instructions go. So it's not overly complicated, even to somebody that couldn't read, for them to be able to use it. At this point, we should now be ready to filter water, which is out of this little tap here. So if we open that up, you'll see that water begins to start flowing. This is clean, drinkable water. You should never drink the water from the red tap. So if we have a bottle handy, we can put that in, turn it on, and begin filtering water. Now the flow rate of this is between 9 and 12 liters an hour. So you can see it's not going hugely fast, but that's also what makes it such a quality filter as well. Now, the more you use it, the better the flow rate's going to improve. Once you've filtered as much water as you want to filter, which in our case is just a little bit, just to get a feel for the way this works, and we'll give it a taste here in just a second. After you're finished with it today, you take the red bulb, put it directly over in the handle, and you're done for the day. Now, if you remember that little red bulb, say tomorrow rolls around and you're ready to use this machine again, this little filter again, you under your tube, you take your pre-filter out, which still has water in it from then. You can see there's little floaties in there. You'll take and clean this out, but you want to clean it in, of course, clean water, not dirty water, and then replace it. And then you're ready to add more water. And then, of course, if you're using it for the first time, you want to squeeze this again 3 more times completely, bleed the line for another 3 to 5 seconds, and then you're ready to have nice clean filtered water. So, if you want to do the honors.
It's good.
Excellent. Cheers. That's excellent. Nice, clean, clear.
Cold.
Cold, absolutely delicious. Well, now that we've taken a look at these products, let's go see what you think.
Okay.
So we made it back to the river after a great day of hiking, running the creeks and trails, and really putting the LIfeStraw product line through its paces. On that note, what are your thoughts about the personal LIfeStraw?
I like how lightweight it is. I'll always have one in my pack. I like how it doesn't feel like it's going to break. It feels like it's a durable product.
Well, now what's really interesting is she, prior to this video, prior to me contacting her to get involved in this video, she was actually researching the LIfeStraws as something that she was going to put in her pack anyway. So this made it a great excuse for her to get out and test it before she actually had to go buy it.
And I got to test the other products
absolutely,
also.
The Go bottle. So yeah, we're looking at that. Like now that you've seen the personal one and the Go bottle, the personal one typically runs around $19.95, $20, and the Go bottle is typically around $29.95 or $30. You know, what are your thoughts as to, you know, is that going to sway you one way or the other with the Go bottle, or?
No, at first I wasn't so sure about why I would want to carry the weight, but I realized that when you are away from a water source for hours or a day or something, you know, some extended period of time, you're going to need something that can still filter the water to take with you. So, what
was your takeaway from today? Like, what do you feel you really got out of today?
My first time trying the products. I've looked into them. I definitely want one in my pack. This one I'm going to keep for travel, but I'll use that one much more frequently.
Excellent. Well, now one of the things that you may or may not realize, and if you're watching this video, chances are you've watched other YouTube videos. The LIfeStraws, you know, they are really meant for rugged use. LIfeStraw designed them to be used in some of the worst conditions possible, and because of that, this product is tested every day and has come out successful. Some of the other videos you might see, people putting, you know, excrement in the family and just some really nasty stuff out there. And that's great to test it, to see that it works. But I really didn't feel that was necessary for this video. We really just wanted to just check the products out and not really try and gross anybody out. But the great thing is that the products will do that if you need them to do that. You know, they can take really nasty water, you know, sewage, you know, that kind of stuff, and yeah, turn it into drinkable clean water, which is amazing for disasters, anything like that. The other amazing thing is the LIfeStraw family is one of those for-profit, non-profit type of companies. So what they do is for every 10 LIfeStraws sold, they donate one to somebody that doesn't have clean drinking water out in the world somewhere, which, you know, it's a great product. That's a great cause, and really it completely sells me on, you know, these products. And I'll definitely have one in my pack, glove box, bug out bag, etc. and so forth. Been a great day out here running the creeks and rivers. Jamie, I really appreciate you coming out today and being a bit of a guinea pig with the LIfeStraw line.
It was my pleasure.
Absolutely. We'll have to do it again sometime and maybe a little less guinea pig.
Okay, we should.
Absolutely. Well, if you'd like to see a little bit more what DyerTimes has to offer, you can check out this video here, where you can watch two guys in a canoe basically take a 3 or 4 month canoe trip, more or less in the lines of raising awareness for the rivers and streams and the history that encompasses them. Or you can click here for a product demo of the Taser Strike Light, which is a pretty interesting video. We do some hand-to-hand. I get tased 6, 8, 9 times. I don't remember, you know, kind of how it works. Or you can check out some practical survival tips right there. This was DyerTimes. I'm your host, David Dyer, and thanks for watching.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.